Hey Red Raiders, long time no see, am I right? I hope you guys are having a wonderful summer that is filled with lots of family time, friends time, good food, and all that good jazz. But today, with school just being a little bit over a month and a half away, I thought I'd come on here and bring some of the vlog members to tell you guys our top 10 do's and don'ts of moving in and living on campus. So, let's go. Alright, so my first do that I would definitely recommend to do when moving in on campus is bringing extra lighting. So whether that be like through LED lights, maybe LED lights aren't your thing, so maybe you get like a couple of lamps or just, other forms of lighting to lighten up your space in your dorms. The dorms do have windows and those can often bring in natural lighting. However, sometimes the bulbs that are like in the rooms aren't necessarily super bright themselves. So I found it super helpful to just have an extra lamp or like I oftentimes use LED lights in my room or other forms of lighting to just kind of space around my room so that no matter what time of day it is, I kind of can always control how bright or low the lighting is in my room, which I just really like. Okay, so for my don't, I'm gonna say, don't be that person who doesn't clean after themselves. Whether that's in your own room with your roommate or whether it's in the restroom on your floors, always try your best to clean after yourself. And obviously that can be so simple, like, yes, I'll clean after myself. But especially with like college and everything that's going on, it can be so easy to just leave a wrapper out or not wipe down the counter or not do those simple things. And those are so important, not only for the people you're living with, whether you are in a room and you have a roommate, or if you share like a public restroom and things like that with the showers and all that fun stuff. It's just always nice to wipe down whatever you're using or, just take a moment to clean it, wipe it down, and just, get into a habit of that. So that way other people don't have to clean your mess, as well as like the staff doesn't have to constantly take huge amounts of time to clean after you. Because if you think about it, if you don't clean it up, somebody does. So let's just make life a little easier,
My do is a little more tricky, requires a bit more explanation. Garbage bags are a must, but not for the reason that you're thinking. I'm talking about moving your clothes. Don't be tempted to pack like you're packing for a trip or a vacation and fold all your clothes and put them in a suitcase. And in theory, it's a good idea because you can just carry your suitcase up in one go and then you've got all your clothes. But then when you get there, you have to take them out and put stuff on hangers, and it's just bleh. So what I recommend doing is using garbage trash sacks, yeah, as almost like a dry cleaner bag. And so instead of folding all your clothes, just go into your closet, put it on, tie it around, and then usually in a college dorm, you could fit about maybe four of these. So aim to have 4 trash sacks full of clothes. And I'm gonna show you a quick video on how to do this so that it makes a little more sense. So now, all these clothes are just chilling like this, and it's so much easier to carry them. So there's my hack. You probably already know this, and I probably look dumb because maybe everybody knew this, but put your clothes in trash sacks. Now my don't is super simple, and it is don't move in the exact time and day as your roommate. I know that me and my roommate, we thought it would be great, let's move in at the same time, we can help each other out, it'll be fun, our families can meet. We just thought it'd be the best idea ever. We hadn't really met before, we met one time at Red Raider orientation, and that was the only time we'd really met. So we get there, and moving in, I'm not gonna lie, it's stressful, y'all. You have your parents, they have their parents, sometimes you have little siblings, older siblings, and you know what you're getting yourself into. Dorm rooms aren't that big, and when you're sharing a bed space with someone, trying to fit as many people as you want in there and getting it all done is quite stressful. And so I definitely recommend either choosing different days to move in, like one of y'all do the day before and one of y'all do the day after, Or doing the same day but doing different times. So like, okay, I'm gonna move in the morning of Tuesday, so you move in the afternoon of Tuesday. And then that way you can go up and help your roommate, but your whole family doesn't have to be there because your side of the room is already done. And then that way y'all can all go out to eat dinner together that night if your families wanna meet, if that's something y'all wanna do. That way you're there on the same day in Lubbock. But don't move in the exact time and day because trust me, it's just gonna add a lot more stress than needed to the situation.
Another do would definitely have to be bringing microwave meals. Whether all the dining halls are already closed or maybe you just don't want to get out of bed and get food, these are going to be a lifesaver. My favorites would have to be either Hot Pockets or the microwave pastas because they're super helpful if you just need a quick meal to fill your stomach. I would get them from Sam's because you could buy them in bulk. That way you can just have them in your fridge for the following semester. One don't would have to be staying in your dorm all the time. The first few weeks of college are the most important to make friends, so it's important that you get out there and you start to get to know other people. If you're in a dorm, I would also recommend leaving the door open, and who knows, maybe you might play some music or play some video games and people will just show up, and it's a great way to get to know your neighbors and get to know other people that go to tech.
Okay, so my college do is make sure to make a checklist on everything that you want to bring to your dorm, just to make sure that you don't forget anything, because you don't want to end up in your dorm and you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot this, and then you have to go and buy a new one and you just have to spend more money or anything like that. So make sure you just make a checklist and stay organized and make sure that you're prepared for everything that you need to bring when moving in. A college don't I have is don't bring all of your clothes. Just kind of stay with like the seasonal clothes because you will be going home for winter break, so you can go and take some clothes home with you and then bring back some more clothes. And also just having so much clothes at once, you're most likely not going to wear it all, especially with shoes. Like you think like, oh, I need a shoe for this occasion and this occasion, and then you end up just wearing like 2 shoes the whole entire semester. So don't bring all of your clothes.
For my do, I'm just gonna tell y'all sticky tack is the way to go. It's the blue stuff, you know, that you played with in elementary school, because I use that on my posters, on my pictures, even on the flags I had hanging in my room, and it left no marks whatsoever. Best thing I use, especially if you have pictures and you wanna hang a flag, use sticky tack, y'all. No wall damage, that means no charges, so use sticky tack when it comes to hanging stuff up, because that is a major do in college dorms. For my don'ts, I kind of learned this with my first year at Tech, and it's not to bring a bunch of school supplies because you don't need it. You don't end up using it. For me personally, I brought folders, I had journals, I had composition books, and I had like markers and pens and colored pencils, you know, just in case I needed it. And I didn't use them at all. I used one journal each semester that had like the 3-5 subjects, and that's what I would write my lecture notes in. Or you type your lecture notes. Most of the stuff you do it on your computer, and if you do write, you don't need 10 different composition books for all of your classes, or you don't need a folder for each class. So you don't need to bring a bunch of extra school supplies.
Awesome. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hoped our top 10 do's and don'ts helped, and I cannot wait to see all of your faces on campus in the fall. I hope you guys continue to enjoy your summer, and I will see you next week. Bye guys.